Hey guys, it is Tyler Strong, founder and owner of Tennis with Tyler. So today we are going to go over how to hit topspin with the Topspin Pro. As always, if you like and want to support this channel, please like, subscribe, and comment below. So I just got the Topspin Pro. I absolutely love it. It's a quick, easy setup. It's extremely portable. They give you this really cool Topspin Pro bag. It's a great training device. I know on the market there's tons of little training devices. I think half of them are a waste of money. But the Topspin Pro I have found to be extremely beneficial. So here we are. So when you hit topspin using the Topspin Pro, right? What the Topspin Pro does is it forces you to make sure that you're going low to high, right? You see the angle on the Topspin Pro. It's going to make sure that your racket is going from low to high. Because what? If I swing forward, it's not going to allow me. As you can see with the angle at Topspin Pro, it's going to really teach you how to brush from low to high. Once again, with the angle, it's going to teach you how to swing low to high. I like to tell all my students when hitting topspin, right? Think that you're brushing from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And the Topspin Pro right here, it shows it, right? Here's 6 o'clock, here's 12 o'clock. So what I want to do once again is I want to go from 6 to 12. Once again, from 6 to 12. That is the type of spin that you want to hit. That is top spin. So when you hit, once again, you want to make sure that you are going from 6 to 12, from 6 to 12. And the great thing about this Topspin Pro is that it's going to force your racket path to go from low to high every single time. As you can see, as I go from low to high, the ball is going to start spinning, and that is what you want. So think, once again, you can think by using this that you want to go low to high, or you want to make sure that you're going from 6 to 12. I like to personally think of the clock. It works for me every single time. But you could think low to high. You could think that you're brushing the ball, that you're sliding the ball up over your strings. Whichever way you want to think of it, right? And you want to take that racket back. You want to drop it. And then what you want to do is you want to go low to high. You want to brush the ball up. So right now I'm going to do a couple shadow swings to show you how this Topspin Pro works. So here we are. So I'm going to work on my forehand. So I'm going to go low to high, low to high, low to high, low to high. And notice I'm brushing the ball. I'm literally swinging from 6 to 12 o'clock, 6 to 12, 6 to 12. And if you buy one of these things and you keep on just brushing low to high, you're going to be hitting topspin like Rafa Nadal. It's really teaching that racket path. Low to high. A couple more. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And notice when I'm using this device, I'm standing about a foot back behind. Why? Because you want your contact out in front. You do not want to be too close because it's going to not demonstrate the proper contact. You want to be a foot behind and allow yourself to be spaced out enough that you can really get that proper contact. I like to tell my students to make sure that you have the proper contact point. Stick your non-dominant hand out in front, and that will tell you the distance that you want to be. So watch, ready? For me to find the proper contact point, I'm going to stick my left hand out in front, so it's right here, right? That's exactly where I want to hit. So wherever your left hand or opposite arm, right arm if you're left-handed, wherever I get my opposite arm, that will establish the proper contact point of where I want to hit. So now let's go through some common mistakes that players make when they try to hit topspin. So as you can see with this, if I don't do it properly, the ball's not going to spin, right? If I don't hit topspin properly, look, see the ball is not spinning. If I do it properly, watch, the ball is going to spin. So here's the first thing, right? A lot of players, they think that they gotta turn their wrist. They gotta turn their wrist sideways to hit spin. That is not true. You wanna make sure that you are brushing the ball, right? So what a lot of players do is that they break their wrist. They bring their wrist in. So watch this, right? So I'm gonna swing, I'm gonna bring my wrist in. It's not going to work. The proper wrist movement that you need is you need to brush the ball, kind of like you're swiping or waving high, right? You're waving hello in a way, an exaggerated wave. Watch me, here we are. So I'm going to wave the ball, right? Wave the ball. And this is a perfect drill to do too, to teach your hand how to do it. You want to brush it, wave the ball, right? When I swing, look, my wrist is going in line with the Topspin Pro. It's not swinging forward. So once again, I'm gonna get my racket now, and I'm going to start waving low to high, brushing the ball. So once again, you wanna make sure when you swing, your wrist is going like this, not like this. You never wanna move the racket like this. Another way to think of it, right, is you always want your butt cap in front of the tip of your racket. Watch this, right? So when I swing and I set up, my butt cap is in front of the tip of the racket, and then I'm gonna swing forward, and then finally after contact, the tip of the racket is going to be in front of my butt cap, and then I'm gonna finish over my shoulder. Once again, what many players do wrong is before they make contact or during, the tip of the racket is in front of the butt cap. No, you want that butt cap in front of the tip of the racket when you hit. You do not, once again, want the tip of the racket in front of the butt cap. That will not work, as demonstrated right here, right? You want the butt cap in front of the tip of the racket so you can really get under the ball. Next thing that a lot of people do, if they're not breaking their wrist this way, they're twisting their wrist the opposite way. You do not need to twist your wrist. I like to tell all my students, right? What you do is you turn, you get in your grip, and then you keep that same grip the whole time. You do not need to turn your wrist. All you have to do is literally go low to high. Just like I can demonstrate on the Topspin Pro here. Look, I have the same grip. My wrist isn't moving. I'm just going low to high. That's going to get topspin. What a lot of players do, mostly beginner players, is when they think that they need topspin, they're going to start turning their wrist. They're going to start turning the wrist. No, if you want, you get your grip. You can either be in continental, you can be in Eastern, semi-Western, or Western. And then once you get that grip, you go. And if you want more spin, you just swing more low to high. And that's how you get it. You do not have to turn your wrist. So once again, you want to make sure that number one, your butt cap is in front of the tip of your racket before and at contact. And the second thing is you want to make sure that your wrist is not turned. If you turn your wrist, you're going to miss, right? There we are, that's a saying for it, okay? So we're going to do backhands now, right? So for the backhand for Topspin Pro, I can do the same thing. I line up right here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to brush low to high. Once again, I'm going to brush low to high. In order to get topspin for my backhand, and it's different than the forehand, I'm using my left hand. I'm really utilizing that left hand. The left hand's doing all the work. So notice, when I'm hitting my backhand, I want you guys to take note of what hand I'm using, right? So if I take my left hand off the racket, it's not going to work, right? There's going to be no spin. But if I do my backhand, so I'm going to get started with my backhand. Watch, if I take my right hand off the racket, and I'm a right-handed player, watch what's going to happen. I'm going to keep on hitting topspin. And this is the perfect demonstration of what hand does the work. I like to tell all my students, the left hand does the talking, the right hand does the walking, right? If I try to do this with my right hand, it's not going to work. But if I try to do this with my left hand, I'm still going to be able to hit topspin. So what can you take from that? The left hand, once again, does the talking, the right hand does the walking for right-handed players. If you are a left-handed player, the right hand does the talking, the left hand does the walking, it's vice versa. So your non-dominant hand should be doing all the work for the backhand. That is what's going to create spin. So watch, so now I'm going to demonstrate. If I want to increase spin on my backhand, watch what I'm going to do. So here we are. So I'm swinging my backhand right, going low to high, and watch, I'm going to make the ball start spinning more by just activating my left hand. I'm using more of my left hand. The more I go up with my left hand, the more spin the ball is going to have. Blooper. So, if you are using your left hand, the more you use your left hand, the more spin you will create. So once again, I want to make sure I'm going low to high, and the hand that's doing the work is my non-dominant hand. My non-dominant hand is brushing that ball when I hit. See, right there, here we are. And you want to make sure when you're using this device, right, you're not just brushing up. You want to swing forward and up. swing forward and up. You want this ball, right? You want the ball on the Topspin Pro to kick back. If it's not kicking back, that means you're getting too less of the ball. You want to make sure you go out and up, swing forward and brush that ball. Clearly, I'm not following through right now because I don't want to hit the wall just like I did. I'm going to have to paint that, but that is what you need to do for your backhand. If you want to increase spin on your backhand, you have to make sure that you are using your left hand or a non-dominant hand. Do that and you will hit a much better backhand. So hey guys, I hope you liked my first video with the Topspin Pro. I'm looking forward to doing many more videos with this device. I think it's a great tool. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And hey, I'll put the link in my bio so you guys, if you would like to buy one, check it out. So yeah.